Look at me. Look at these eyes. I meant every word I said.
When you look into my eyes, you understand what I'm saying? Let me say it to you slowly, and it may sound scandalous. I don't think that you can handle this.
All right, let's move on to Friday Night Football. The Kansas City Chiefs, who were 15-2 last year, are going to play the Los Angeles Chargers, who were 11-6 last year, in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The Chargers are considered the home team. The Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. The projected total is 46.5 points. That means that Vegas is telling us that Kansas City will score 25 points while the Chargers score 21.5. As far as injuries, the youngsters in Kansas City are a little banged up. Wide receiver, 4th-round pick Jalen Royals has a knee injury. He is out for week 1. Meanwhile, defensive tackle Omar Norman Lott, who was their 2nd-round pick, has an ankle injury and is questionable. On the Chargers side, their biggest injury is Pro Bowler offensive tackle Rashawn Slater will miss the season. But they do have some good news. Najee Harris, who's been out all of the preseason with the eye injury, is practicing fully, so I expect him to play. Mike, Steph, what do you think about the Chiefs versus the Chargers?
The Chargers have not beat these Kansas City Chiefs since their first matchup early during the 2021 season, which was a 30-24 victory in Arrowhead. Justin Herbert threw 4 touchdown passes in that game, while the defense picked off Patrick Mahomes twice. That's been a long time. Now, as Mo said, the Chargers' star acquisition during the offseason, their running back, Najee Harris, confirmed on Monday that he plans to play in the season opener, despite missing training camp due to his eye injury, sustained in a fireworks incident on the 4th of July. Harris didn't get into details about the incident, and he was wearing sunglasses again when speaking with reporters this past Monday. He did say that his vision wasn't impacted, so why are you wearing sunglasses, my man? And he said that the damage that he suffered was superficial. Hence, why are you wearing sunglasses, my man? That whole situation, it just shows how things could change in a snap of a finger. He said this past Monday via ESPN's Chris Rim, "It's a blessing every day that we wake up, and I'm just happy that everyone's safe and we're alive." Side note, I would assume that you're a millionaire, right? I know, I guess you got kids. Do you really need to be partaking in illegal fireworks? I mean, with the amount of bread that you have, you can have your own firework display near the pier or something, right? I mean, you live in Los Angeles. I'm quite sure there's some other people that can be lighting those fireworks besides you prior to training camp. That was incomprehensible, irresponsible, inconceivable, and downright not intelligent. That's my 2 cents. Talking about the X's and O's. No, I'm talking about the stupidity, the mindset of one of their key cogs coming into the season. You don't think Jim Harbaugh is probably looking at him like, and I'm supposed to give him the rock? He's not even going to see the holes. Is he going to be able to catch the ball? Man, shoot, is there any way I could void his contract? But anyway, I digress. The Chiefs into the season with the revamped offensive line. They better have, because shoot, what I saw in Super Bowl 50-something, yeah, they had to make some moves, particularly on the left side. Now, rookie Josh Simmons will man the left tackle spot, following the departure of Joe Tunney to the Bears. Kingsley Sayamatia, yeah, I probably butchered his name just as. Anyway, the 2nd-round draft pick in 2024 is slated to move into the starting left guard role. So hopefully that'll bolster that side of the line. Now, the Chiefs bolster also one of, if not the best defense in the NFL, at least as of the last couple seasons. After finishing in the top 10 in various categories in 2024, Kansas City returns most of defensive coordinators Steve Spagnuolo's core pieces. Now, I said all that without really mentioning Patrick Mahomes, without mentioning Travis Kelce, the newly engaged Travis Kelce, without mentioning the Walrus himself, Andy Reid. That tells you There's nothing much really to say about these Chiefs. They were 15-2 through osmosis. They're going to make the playoffs probably through osmosis. So this 3.5 that they're favored by in Brazil, first game of the season, and they won how many? 12, 13 one-score games last year? I am going to go Chargers plus 3.5 over under. What is that? 46.5. You said 25, 21 a quarter. So, I'll go under because once again, based on the past, even though I'm kind of contradicting myself based on the past. Last 2 seasons, the Chiefs have not been a dynamic offense. They've been led by their defense. And Jim Harbaugh, he wants to run that rock. He wants to pound that rock and take his shots. So that leads to me under.
All right, a couple of quick notes, things that I probably should have mentioned up top. Rashid Rice, their star wide receiver for the Chiefs, he is out for the first 6 games of the season, suspension. And Hollywood Brown returns from injury from last year. He looks like he will be playing in week 1. Kansas City Chiefs, last 10 openers are 9-1. On top of that, last year, Kansas City was 2-0 against the Chargers, but both games were interesting, low-scoring games. In 4 in LA, it was 17-10 Kansas City. Week 14 in Kansas City, it was 19-17 last-minute field goal that hit the uprights, if I remember that right. As far as being in Brazil, last year, the Eagles played there. I wish I could remember their opponent, but I can't right now. But I do remember that the Green Bay? It was Green Bay, right? The field was slick, and most of the players had to change their cleats. The field is natural and synthetic combined. Very interesting. Interesting stuff. What does all that add up to? I don't really know. People that are smarter than me are saying that Kansas City plans on being more dynamic with their offense this year, be more explosive. Of course, Xavier Worthy did really good down the stretch. I'm assuming that means he's going to get some extra work. I think, fantasy twist here, watch out for Tyquan Thornton going deep. He's going to get at least 1 deep attempt, and he might be your DFS little sneak in because he has to be minimum cost. Anyway, I am going to go with the Kansas City minus the 3.5. I don't feel extra confident about it, but I feel like they might win by 4 points because I'm predicting it will be a 21-17 final, which also puts me at the under.
21-17. I mean, that falls in line to their 2 games last year, probably in the middle. I will say this though, that 17-10 defeat at the hands of the Chiefs last year at home for the Chargers did happen with Justin Herbert was injured. He got injured during that game. And I think they actually had to lead prior to him getting injured. That's leading me to think that week 1, I can't even say they have a home field advantage when they're actually at home. So maybe they might have actually more support in Brazil than they do in SoFi Stadium. So yeah, I'm sticking to my Chargers. So it looks like I'm going underdog twice. Is this a trend?
This is a 19 Media Group presentation.
Bro, when I did the intro, I didn't say what we were talking about, did I? What?
Okay. Yes, I know. Cutting room floor.
Yes. Chop. Rust, I tell you.
Yeah, you know.
Now I feel a little bit better.
Okay.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm fancy.
Wow. Get out of here.